PDAC 2019, day 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are now at the booth of Zinc One Resources, and with me here is Gunther Roehlig, and he is an independent director of the company and wants to give us an insight. Gunther?
Hello Jochen, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. Zinc One, obviously the name says it already, you are in the zinc business.
Yes, sir.
Maybe shortly give us a little bit of an overview and then we dive into your company.
Yes, we've acquired this company, Zinc One, 2 years ago, called Forrester Metals. We have now spent about $16 million in aggregate. We drilled 268 holes last year. We put out a 43-101 about 10 days ago. It came in at about 2.2 million tons of zinc, average of 17%,
nice.
with a cutoff of 10%.
Okay, wow.
So this is an incredible project. Yeah. We have delivered as advertised. The zinc prices are quite high. However, all zinc equities are doing terribly.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. I just spoke with Roehlig, and that's also like a nightmare. The stock
unbelievable.
Price, yeah.
It's a disconnect. Yes,
absolutely. It's totally crazy. Before we come to the markets, maybe let's talk a bit more about your project. The resource looks fabulous.
Yes,
no doubt. It will be open pittable, right?
It's on surface.
On surface.
It's not even a mining operation per se. It's an excavator scooping.
Yeah.
That's it. You know.
So like ice cream.
Very much. It's 17 kilometers from a national highway. Infrastructure is there, right? There's 11 villages in the neighborhood. We're good. We pay them $50,000–$60,000 US a month for various things, direct payments, as well as various testing they do on our behalf. So we have a great relationship, which we wish to maintain at all costs.
You have to, of course.
We have to, yes. And it's draining the company financially. But this is a wonderful project where you can actually move forward with the right financial partner, and within 2 years, we can be mining zinc.
Okay, super.
Part of the property today is under mining license. So we are very advanced. This is low-hanging fruit for the right financial partner.
Okay, so but I'm pretty sure you talk already to some of them.
Of course.
Because, what we saw, your stock price, like 8.5 cents.
It's brutal,
I mean, it's not only a function of the market, you also faced some issues, I would call it.
Yes.
Maybe you want to comment a bit on that, because I always love it when it's transparent and open.
As frank as possible.
We are here at PDAC, everybody tells a super story, but I think it's also important to talk about when you have a problem, right?
Of course. Now, the stock price is always a function of the environment you live in. When we acquired the Forrester company, Forrester Metals, it had a bunch of legacy issues, including a $3.7 million debt to Glencore, which is now paid off in full.
Wow.
Okay. All the other obligations from the past have been dealt with. But we have now spent a total of 16 million Canadian dollars on this project.
What's your market cap today?
Our market cap today is about 11 million.
That's a little bit of a joke.
It's a joke, and we have delivered on the resource. So it's very frustrating. I don't get paid. I'm here on my own time. Right? I'm an independent director. Hopefully they will shower me with options down the road one day. Right? But we have certain key shareholders that are providing capital to the company every month, and that's how we're able to function.
Okay.
So we have released our CEO last November. We have an interim CEO who is the old country manager in Peru on a greatly reduced salary. But the only person we're actually paying right now is the actual lady who is working with him as the country manager in Peru. She is very important to us. She deals with the governments and with the villages. Right? So that is absolutely essential. Everybody else has to wait until the conditions improve. And we would love to entertain a new drilling program this year going forward. And as I said, we did 268 holes with $1.3 million US. So we got a lot accomplished for relatively small amounts of capital.
No, that really sounds like a good plan, and what you have delivered so far is really positive. That's no doubt.
We have delivered.
And it was only like, let's put it that way, the issues you had is from the financial side, and from the inheritance
from the past.
From the inheritance. So speaking a bit more hypothetically, what would be a possible, makeable, achievable game plan to come over everything and then to go really on full throttle? Because I think you guys should go in production. This world needs zinc, right?
As I said, zinc is the fourth most used metal in the world after iron, aluminum, copper. It's for some reason not well known. And if I was able to talk about half-ounce gold per ton on surface, there would be people waving their arms. But it's zinc, people don't really understand it, there's not that much interest, and our stock is at 8 cents. It's terrible, you know. But we are talking to a number of large companies. We have a number of them under NDA right now.
Good.
Names, household names. Because we believe we have the only deposit that can be in production in 2 years from the moment the financial cap means are available to do so.
So that means you're searching like for a joint venture partner or stuff like that?
Earn-in, joint venture.
Off-take maybe?
All of those things are on the table, yes.
Okay, super. What would be probably a production rate, assuming you are going into production?
Okay. Based on what I understand from we have 2 geologists, 1 PhD on the board, and our country manager, Bill Williams. He believes we can produce 35,000 tons of zinc with 1 kiln on site, up to 70,000 tons of zinc per year with a 2nd kiln on site.
Wow.
Okay? And with a kiln, there is no waste. It's slag, the road materials. The concentrate turns into a powder when it cools down, gets driven to a smelter 550 kilometers away. The same truck picks up the anthracite coal. There's a mine nearby to power the kiln. So all of that is possible. And of course, there's no environmental issues. There's no water being used. There's no tailing dams. There's no electricity being used except for the camp with generators. So it's not a complicated project. Villagers are on site. So it's a very positive situation in general. And we wish very much to go forward with a right partner.
Super. Okay. Wow. Perfect. That sounds like a game plan then.
But we do need the sentiment on the marketplace to come back just a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, we are the most liquid venture zinc stock on the TSX Venture Exchange.
Okay.
So when sentiment does turn, you're going to see an improvement in the share price. But until then, we have to suffer.
Of course, yeah. So how fast do you think you can achieve like a joint venture, whatever? I mean, I know it takes time.
I would love to know the answer to that.
But let's put it that way. The plan is to solve everything this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. Of course. And as I said, if sentiment improves, we will be happy to raise more capital at better prices than today, hopefully. $1.3 million did a lot of drilling last year.
It's amazing what you achieved there.
Our strike length is 10 kilometers. We're 2 kilometers into it. I have every expectation we can dramatically increase the resource every year going forward, but we need the financing to do so.
So what do you think would be, let's say, a capex indication to go in production? I know it's too early, but do we talk about 500 million or
No,
or 50
I can throw
million?
some numbers at you. Now, this will depend whether you want to have new kilns, refurbished kilns, or used kilns. Somewhere between $50 to $100 million US.
Yeah, but that's not really that much.
It's not.
That's makeable.
And with 35 to 70,000 tons per year, based on $1 per pound of zinc, it's a very profitable operation.
Perfect.
So at $1.25 or higher, this could be great. Remember, in 2008-7, this was produced. They drove the wet ore, 30% moisture, to the refinery 550 kilometers away. And they still made money.
Wow.
So that is essentially our enterprise, processing the zinc on site and driving the concentrate down, which is a fraction of the material.
Super. Okay.
That's it.
Hey, perfect.
So Jochen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
As always.
It was a good insight. Thank you very much. And
see you again next year, and fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, definitely, that you come over all that, and I wish you all the best for that.
Thank you very
much.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Gunther Roehlig, the independent director of Zinc One, and you heard it. Some problems occurred through inheritance when they took over Forester Minerals, and it looks like that they are on a good way to solve everything. You heard it, they have 4 NDAs with companies, larger companies, which may step into the company, joint venture, offtake, whatever it is, we will see. But it's also important, and I like this with Gunther here, that he really had the guts, I would call it, to be in front of the camera and talk about problems, because most of the companies are hiding, and they are not hiding. This is really what I like, open and transparent. Yeah, and I would say check out the company, because this is really, really cheap, of course. It is a speculation.
And there's lots of risk.
That's what I just wanted to say. Absolutely, it is a speculation. It is a much, much higher risk than normal, because it can fail, but we have good confidence into the guys so far. And Peru and zinc, right country, right metal, right project, beautiful resource. So check it out. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Toronto.